Hi, good morning, Melinda. Last class we can discuss about Urochordatas and Cephalochordatas. They are the two subphylums, and the third subphylum is the Vertebrata. In Vertebrata, we can discuss about some of the general characters. See, this Vertebrata subphylum can be divided into two superclasses. Below the subphylum, the taxa is the superclass. Here, the two superclasses is, one is the Agnatha, another one is the Gnathostomata or Gnathostoma. Gnatha indicates jaw. A means lack of jaw. Gnathostomata indicates stoma means mouth, gnatha means jaw. Mouth with jaw, that is called as a gnathostomata. In Agnatha superclass, under they having another class is present. That class is called as a cyclostoma. Cyclostoma. Now in superclass Gnathostoma, they having a Pisces, amphibians, reptiles, apes, and mammals. These are the class is present under the Gnathostoma. Now, regarding to the Vertebrata, first we can go for the general characters. I already said what is Vertebrata. The notochord is converted to the vertebral column. The vertebral column present throughout their life, that is under the subphylum of the Vertebrata. Now see here, the first one, vertebrae. This is totally vertebral column. Here for us, they having a 5 types of vertebrae is present: cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, coaxial. They having a 5 types of vertebrates. First one is what? Cervical. The second one is the thoracic. The third one is the lumbar, and fourth one is the sacral, and fifth one is the coaxial. See, for us, how many cervical vertebrates is there? Means 7, thoracic 12, lumbar 5, sacral 1, coaxial 1. Totally 26 vertebrates is present. This one is the cervical, the next one is the thoracic, and this one is the lumbar, sacral, and this one is the coaxial one. Among this vertebrate, the strongest vertebrae is the lumbar vertebrae. Now, in vertebrates, based upon their shape, it will be different types. One is Proceolus or Procoeolus. Second one is the Amphiseolus, Opisthoseolus, Heteroseolus. Here the mainly 4 types of vertebrates is present. Now basically in vertebral structure, suppose regarding to the vertebrate structure, the middle base one, it is a somewhat a round shape is present. This is called as a vertebral body, or also called as a centrum. In centrum, anterior side is concave manner, posterior side is flat. Now the type of vertebrae is called as a Proceolus type. Amphiseolus type means, amphi means both, anterior side and posterior side both are concave manner, that is called as a amphiseolus. Ophi indicates posterior. Anterior side is a flat manner, and posterior side they having a concave manner, that is called as a opisthocoelus. Heterocoelus means it means it having a different shape is present, like this type of vertebrae is called as a heterocoelus type. Now the next one, in vertebrae, the next one is the regarding to the teeth. In vertebrates, the teeth either ecrodont or thecodont or diphodont or polyphodont or homodont or heterodont. That's why in vertebrates mainly they having a different types of teeth: ecrodont teeth, thecodont teeth, diphodont teeth, polyphodont teeth, homodont teeth, and heterodont teeth. Here ecrodont teeth means, now in the jaw, they having a sockets is present. Sockets. In these sockets, the teeth are accumulated like this. It is surrounded by gums. Okay. The teeth present in the socket of jaw, the type of teeth is called as a thecodont teeth. And the teeth not present in the socket of the jaw, present on the surface of the jaw, that type of teeth is called as a ecrodont teeth. Diphodont. In our lifespan, 2 times the teeth formation is takes place. That type of teeth is called as a diphodont teeth. Polyphodont. In our lifespan, so many times the teeth will be fell down and come again. That type of teeth is called as a polyphodont teeth. Homodont teeth. Same type of teeth. You know, very familiar. For us, they having a 4 types. Incisors. This one is the incisors. Canines, premolars, and molars. For us, 4 types of teeth are present. That's why for us different types of teeth is present. That's why our teeth is the heterodont teeth. Homodont, same type of teeth. In organisms, they having either only incisors, either they having only canines. That type of teeth is called as a homodont teeth. For us, in humans, what type of teeth is present? Thecodont teeth is present. In our lifespan, 2 types. One is the milk teeth, another one is the permanent teeth. In our lifespan, 2 times the teeth is formed. That is the diphodont, heterodont. Different types of teeth is present. That is the heterodont. That's why mostly in mammals, that too in humans, for us mainly what type of teeth is present in our lifespan? Thecodont type of teeth, diphodont type of teeth, and heterodont type of teeth are present. Now the next one indicates the internal ear. For us, this one is the external ear, middle ear, and internal ear. In internal ear, they having a semicircular canals is present. Mostly in vertebrates, how many semicircular canals is present? 3 semicircular canals is present. It can maintain the posture of our body. We will discuss later. And then another character is the cranial nerves. Cranial nerves. See, the nerves which is arises from brain, that type of nerves is called as a cranial nerves. For us, Pisces and amphibians and some reptiles and for reptiles, some reptiles, they having a 10 pairs of cranial nerves are present, and for aves and mammals, for us 12 pairs of cranial nerves are present. What are the 10 pairs? What are the 12 pairs? We can discuss in the general characters. And then the next one is the next general character is the fins. Basically, in fishes, they having a pectoral fins, pelvic fins, caudal fins. Suppose anterior side, that fins is called as a pectoral fins, and the posterior one it is called as a pelvic fins, and the tail side, that fins is called as a caudal fins. When the caudal fins are homocircle means same type, like this homocircle, equal position, that is called as a homocircle caudal fins. Heterocircle, one is will be large, another one is the small. This type of caudal fins is called as a heterocircle caudal fins. And then if you observe the scales, if you observe in the pisces, on the surface they having a like this type of scales are present. See, if the scales are small round manner, that type of scales is called as a cycloid type of scales. Cycloid types of scales. And then if the scales are long, posteriorly pointed manner, like this type of scales is called as a placoid type of scales. Placoid type of scales. And then if you observe regarding to the heart, for Pisces, 2 chambers heart is present, and for amphibians 3 chamber heart is present, reptiles 3.5 chamber heart. It means 2 auricles, 1 ventricle, another ventricle is the partially developed, that will be indicates the 3.5 chamber. But as per NCERT pattern, reptiles they can represent it as a 3 chambers heart only, except for the crocodile. For crocodile having a 4 chamber heart is present, and for apes and mammals they having a 4 chamber heart is present. Now we can go for the characters regarding to the vertebrates. Now in vertebrata, the first superclass is the Aegnatha. I already said lack of jaw. In this, the present extant means present, this organisms is present. Extinct means the organisms is present, not there, they are already eliminated from the environment. The extant class is the cyclostoma. Cyclo indicates circular, stoma means mouth. Circular shaped mouth is present, and if you observe, it is a long slender eel like without paired fins. Fins are not in a paired manner, paired fins. Here the mouth is sucking type of nature, పీల్చే గుణము కలది. It means it can suck the food material. And then here the scales are absent. These are the important characters. Scales are absent. And then here 5 to 16 pairs of gills are present. 5 to 16 pairs of gills are present. Here very important example. So many types in NEET level they can ask the questions. Previous NEET they can name it as a AIPMT. In AIPMT 3 or 4 times they can ask this question regarding to the cyclostoma. That's why in cyclostoma the best example is the petromyzon. Petromyzon commonly called as a lamprey. It can shows a very important character. That character is the anadromous migration. Anadromous migration. What is migration? The organism can be moved from one place to the another place. That is called as a migration. Here anadromous migration means the organism is moved from the marine water. That is C indicates the marine water. Marine water to the fresh water for laying of eggs. For laying of eggs, that process is called as a spawning. That process is called as what? Spawning. That's why petromyzon is commonly called as a lamprey. It can shows what type of migration? Anadromous migration. What is meant by anadromous migration means the organism can be moved from the marine water to the fresh water for laying of eggs. That process is called as a spawning. The type of migration is called as a anadromous migration. After spawning, the organism is die, and then it can gives a larva, amosilate larva. Amosilate larva. This amosilate larva undergoes metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means larva stage to the development stage up to adult. That process is called as a metamorphosis. Now the larva is converted to the adult. That adult, it will be returned back to the sea water. This is regarding to the petromyzon. That's why petromyzon is under the class of cyclostoma, under the superclass of Agnatha, under the subphylum of the vertebrata, under the phylum of the chordata. And very important another example is there, hagfish. See, this hagfish they can call as a scavenger. Why? Because it can eat dead and decaying materials, and then it can secrete a milky fluid. It is a very important character. This milky fluid, when we connecting with the water, it will be converted to the lime. This is the main important character of the hagfish. The hagfish scientifically called as a myxen. Now we can go for the general characters of the Pisces. Now we can go for the Gnathostomata. In Gnathostomata, the first one is the Pisces. See, this Pisces is the first jaw vertebrae. First jaw vertebrae. In this, here some are already extant class. Jawless, this Pisces is came from the jawless fishes, that is the ostracoderms. That's why the jaw fishes arises from the jawless fishes. The jawless fishes is called as what? Ostracoderms. The Pisces is evolved in Silurian period. It is very important. Silurian period. It means the Earth geological time can be divided into eras, periods, epochs. For the same as the top in a day, hours, minutes, seconds. Same thing here. It will be divided into eras, periods, epochs. That's why Pisces is originated in which period means Silurian period. Pisces is the golden age. More diversity of vertebrates is the Pisces. The more Pisces is present in which period means that is the golden age. Golden age of Pisces is the Devonian period. Devonian period is the golden age of the Pisces. And then if you go for the general characters of the Pisces, here I already said according to the vertebrae, the Pisces are amphicoelous. Amphicoelous. I already said amphicoelous means the centrum, anterior side and posterior side is like a concave manner. And if you go for the teeth is acrodon teeth, homodont type of teeth, polyphodont type of teeth. I already explained about these characters. You have to remember this one. And then if you observe caudal fins, some organisms it can be shows homocircle, some organisms it can shows heterocircle. And then heart, I already said heart is two-chambered heart. In this two-chambered heart, here the heart is called as a bronchial heart. Bronchial heart. It means in Pisces, the heart is the bronchial heart and also venous heart. Suppose this is the atria, this one is the ventricle. From the ventricle, the blood is pumped to the gills. There it is oxygenated. The oxygenated blood can be supplied to the all parts of the body. All parts of the body. Through veins, deoxygenated blood reach to the atria. That's why, see what I wrote, bronchial heart. Here the respiration takes place through gills. That respiration is called as a bronchial type. Here what is bronchial heart means? From the atria to the ventricles, what type of blood it will be enter? Deoxygenated blood. That's why the heart can pump the what type of blood? Deoxygenated blood to the gills. That's why that type of heart is called as a bronchial heart. And also I wrote a venous heart. Venous heart indicates it can pumps what type of blood? Deoxygenated blood. Now that type of heart is called as a venous heart. Here the circulation is called as a single circulation. For us the circulation is the double circulation. That's why see, from the heart, from the ventricles, deoxygenated blood is transferred to the gills. There it is oxygenated. This oxygenated blood can be supplied to the all parts of the body. Here metabolic reaction takes place. Now this deoxygenated blood from the veins, it is enter into the atria to the ventricles, and the process is continued. Now this type of circulation is called as a single circulation. And I already said cranial nerves is how many pairs? 10 pairs of cranial nerves is present. And then here internal ear consists of 3 semicircular canals, and then the brain is covered by a membrane. That membrane is called as a meninx primitor. And then scales. I already said they having two types of scales. In Pisces they can see cycloid type of scales, and also they can see the placoid type of scales. Here the eyes is covered by a membrane. That membrane is called as a nictitating membrane. This nictitating membrane can protect the eye from the water. And then endoskeleton. Endoskeleton means the bone framework structure present inside, that is called as a endoskeleton. In Pisces they having a two types of endoskeleton. One is the cartilage type, another one is the bony type. Tomorrow class we can discuss about the division regarding to the Pisces.